The photos you just saw are one of many I will be showing you today in this video. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Karuna Satori here, and today's video is my stalker story, part 1. I'm not exactly sure how many parts this video is going to have, but this is the second most important video I have ever made on my channel. The first video will be next month. I can't legally speak about that right now, but as you guys know, you know me because I'm open with you, and there's nothing in my life I have to hide from you guys. The second video just can't legally be spoken about until next month. I'd like to point out, as you guys seen in the beginning, the photos and videos I am about to post are under the Fair Use Act 107, I believe. If I'm wrong, 107, 102, something. It's in the beginning, and all stories spoken about, all names used, everything, these are all alleged happenings, okay? That means that they could be true or not true. So just make sure you keep that in mind, and these are just my accounts. These are not proven, anything like that. So I also want to make an example that the reason I am posting this story is not only to help others who are dealing with people stalking them and threatening to kill them and everything like that. This is because you guys have been messaging me non-stop since like 2 weeks ago when I made a certain post on my Facebook about this situation. We recently went to court with this man, I believe yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. They gave the case to another judge, let's just say that. He made a very large scene. I wish I could prove that to you guys, but unfortunately, legally, that is not my place, and hopefully someday you guys will see that. So for now, all I have are my photos, screenshots, proof, and my story, and I hope this can help those out there who are being stalked, because unfortunately I don't have an ending to this story. This is still going on to this day. Let's begin. I'm just going to go through how we met him, my husband and I met him, and what's been going on since then, a few incidents happening that has made him angrier at us. I also have an apology letter from this man, my stalker, which I'll be posting, where he threatens to kill himself. He says that he's taken Xanax and he was going to put his dogs down, so it's just pretty bad. So let's just get into this. And remember, as I said, this is all alleged, which means this is not illegal to speak about. Everything is alleged and a story, you know, until proven otherwise. As many of you know, I am a recovering drug addict of 6 years. I am on methadone maintenance for 6 years, and yeah. Back in 2010, I went to rehab with a girl. We're going to call her Kendra. Kendra was in rehab for 2 weeks. I was in for one substance. I was in rehab for a month for another substance. We met. She was gay. I was single. I'm bisexual. I love all genders. We got together and gave me her number when she left and told me to call her when I got out. I got out. I called her. We became great friends. Messed around a little bit, but unfortunately, her and I went our separate ways due to the fact that I was addicted to one substance and got back into it. She was addicted to another, only she had bigger things happening for her. Fast forward to 2015, around August, I got a message from Kendra saying that she, you know, missed me, wanted to talk. This is 5 years later. I was like, or no, wait, did I say 2015? No, 2014, like December 2014 is whenever the message was sent. 2015 is when other things were happening. I'll explain in a moment. Or wait. Okay, yeah. So I just want to make sure I have my dates correct, so whenever the screenshots are inserted, you can follow along with the story. Like, I need to make sure this is all completely straight. So, Kendra and I ended up getting back to hanging out. I don't want to say getting back together because my husband and I are married. I'm married, you know, and John, who my stalker, I guess was with her at the time, and I wasn't aware of this. She had messaged me one day and said, "Hey, I miss you. Would you like to hang out?" I said, "Sure." I had no idea who John was. So, aw, little stink bugs crawling up my tripod. Hold on, get him. Come here. Shit. Oh, he's running away. Stop it. Don't fly. Don't fly. Just crawl on my hand. Stop. Did you hear that, you guys? That's him freaking out. Okay, got him, got him, got him. Okay. I just thought it. Did he spray on me? No, he didn't. Okay, good. So he didn't spray on me. So we're gonna have him. We're gonna name him George, and he's just gonna sit here. So, back to the story. Kendra and I met up one day, and there was somebody in the driver's seat who wasn't Kendra, and it was John. That's the first time I met John, and this is where it all starts. I'm not going to get into every single story, because basically the whole story is I met back up with Kendra years later after going to rehab with her, making friends with her, and John was, I guess, her current boyfriend, or so he thought, because she is 100% gay, as I know. Now, who knows if they messed around, who knows, whatever. So Kendra and I were hanging out in her room. John was welcome to come in. He refused to come in. He sat out there with her family. So we left the door wide open. Oh, he's gonna die on that bulb up there. Fuck, okay. So, do you hear him? Sorry, you're gonna be hearing that bug. Fast forward, the first strange happening with John was the night that I met back up with Kendra after rehab. We were in her room. The door was wide open, not because she wanted to prove a point, but because she was petrified. I will insert a screenshot right now of, okay, so you guys seen in the beginning where the newspaper article, it was only half of it. I will link the real article down below of John dragging this girl down the gravel road and chaining her to threatening to chain her to a basement. Well, here is proof that she was beaten up. These are messages strictly from her. Now, like I said, I am saying a different name other than who she is. Her name is public record. If you know what I mean, you look at that news article, you see it for what it is. Anyway, basically look at this screenshot right here. And this is her basically saying, like, the nurses at the hospital seen that I have bruises and filed something against him, but here it is. So, okay, here we go. She was abused, she was hurt by this man, and now he is after me. So back to the story, that's how we met. That's how I met John the first time. Now, things just started getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Basically, John did not want me hanging out with Kendra. Kendra came over for a video one day, and John stayed parked out in the driveway the entire time. He started messaging me saying that if I touched his girlfriend, he would kill me. I have screenshots of that, but we're going to wait until the present to put those on there, so follow along with the story, please. So, if you go back in my channel and you start with the beginning videos, you will see that there is a viral video. Well, it went viral back then. That's how my channel started blowing up. It's a massage video with me and a blonde-haired girl. That is Kendra. So, while that video was being filmed by our neighbor, John sat outside the whole time with his car, revving it. You actually might be able to hear it in the video. I'm not exactly sure. So that is just one of the many experiences. So eventually, I thought he was harmless. I really thought he was harmless. So he just basically just kept going and going and going and going about it and going and going and doing crazy things. Here is a photo of him with my daughter. He showed up at our house one day after I had cut ties with Kendra, basically for the fact of him. I was scared of him at this point. I was petrified for the fact that he kept threatening to kill me, and he finally showed up at my house. This is where my husband should come in, but he has a whole different account story to tell you, because I'm going to fast forward to the future where things are horrible. So, John showed up at our house one morning, and that photo you just seen was the day that he showed up, and Victor and I were making breakfast. We had our kids there. Well, no, my son was at his grandmother's and my daughter was there. That's him holding her. He came to basically, because I told Kendra, I was like, I can't do this anymore. We don't even get to hang out without being stalked and harassed. I can't do it. If you guys want a full story of those mini stories or whatever and how it leads up, then just let me know. But I need to get to the point here. It's so much to fucking talk about. It's so much to do. So, he showed up at our house one day, and he basically was pounding at our door at like 9:30 in the morning. It was very early in the morning. He comes in. We let him in because I went downstairs and I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna die right now. But no, I did let him in. Even knowing that he threatened me, I let him in my home. I know that. Came upstairs. He allegedly, this is all allegedly, remember this is all my account. This is a story. We don't know. So, he is explaining to my husband and I that, oh, you know, like, Kendra's evil. She is addicted to this. She's dying. She's drinking mouthwash. She's this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And we're like, okay, you know, and he's very sincere. He's a very manipulative person. If you guys ever spoke to this man, excuse me, you will see that, like, he is just so good with his words. He is smooth as butter, man. Like, I am not kidding you. So anyway, after that, he basically came to remind me of why I cut ties with her, just basically to say, like, look, like, she's addicted to all kinds of shit, you need to stay away from her, which in reality it was to try to keep me as far away from her as possible. We moved, so Kendra and I cut ties completely, and then my husband and I moved, well, first, I don't think John believed that Kendra and I were cut ties, and my husband and I split up in the summer of 2014. Yes, 2014. Was it 2015 or 14? No, we split up in the summer of 2015, got back together in around November of 2015, and moved together to a separate town. But while we were separated, I was living alone. Now, John was stalking me, and I had no idea. I would see his car drive up and down the street where I lived, and I wouldn't think anything of it because I had cut ties with her. I thought this was all over, but no. It just got worse. One day I woke up and I heard a pounding at my door at 6:30 in the morning because I go to the methadone clinic. You guys know that. I have to be up and ready for my ride. And this is where it gets funny. So, I go downstairs and I open the door. This is in my other video, quote, why I've been gone. This story is in there, more detailed. I open the door, there's an old man standing there with his hand up against the door, and he's like, are you ready? And I said, are you ready? Am I ready for what? Like, who are you? I'm in booty shorts and a tank top, it's summertime, what the fuck? He's like, you're gonna suck my cock, whatever. I'm like, what are you, or suck my dick. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, your Craigslist ad. And I'm like, what Craigslist ad? And I will post the screenshot. I have it somewhere. I have it saved somewhere right here. And John actually posted this screenshot. He has proof of it. Hold on, I'll put it right here. I put my hand up right here, by the way, because of, like, iMovie, and I have to cut the video, so it's like, what's his name? Tonze. He's like, I need to move, chocolate rain. He needs to move away from the mic when he breathes in. I need to put my hands up here when I need to split the video. So here's the screenshot. I think I already posted it, whatever. So, yeah. John was making fake, false, life-threatening Craigslist ads against me. And I had no idea it was him at first until later on, whenever I figured out that it was him who posted it, because he basically admitted it to me in person. And I'll explain where I seen him in person. So, Victor and I moved to a new home. It was a new life, new whatever. I will talk to you guys about this after January. There's a very extremely long story about this and where other things come in that legally can't be talked about right now, but it's pretty much explained already on my Facebook, but at the same time I'm not going to talk about it with you guys until I know for sure everything is finished and done and over with. So this is where Victor needs to come in, and I'm going to go get him, so hold on one second. Okay, so here's where my husband's account of the story came in. I do want to point out that way before all this, whenever John was stalking us. When we moved to this address now, which John unfortunately knows where we live, we have security cameras outside now, everything like that. You know, we are both in methadone maintenance, so we live about a mile and a half away from the methadone clinic, and when we moved here we didn't know anybody. We weren't driving, we had just gotten back together, so we knew nobody out here. I mean, I grew up here, but you know, being a drug addict for all my life and being on methadone so long, I don't talk to anybody. We would walk from our house to the clinic. Now, on numerous occasions, John would stop us. He would drive past, which it's legal. It's a legal road. He can drive past. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. It's a legal road. We were walking up it. But one day, yeah, he... Go ahead, tell your story with that.
We were just walking up the road, and sure enough, his Jeep creaked up beside me. I guess he didn't see you.
He didn't see me, because I was on the... He just crossed the road, because we're getting up towards where the methadone clinic is, so he crossed the road first and was a little bit farther up than I am, and I was a little bit slower, because, yeah, so I just stayed across, and I guess he totally passed me. It was on the other side.
And, yeah, he pulled up to me, and he's just...
By the way, the girl's name is Kendra.
So, yeah, he just was being all shaky, and
this was at 6:30 in the morning, mind you.
Panting and just ranting about how we slept with his girlfriend, and he hopes she was nice, and all this, you know, just crazy fantasies. And I'm a person of little words. I don't like to just go along with nonsense, so I just yelled back at him. I told him, hey man, like, look, I wouldn't touch your girlfriend even if you paid me. Like, I'm not interested. She holds no, holds no sway in my eyes. I have no patience for it. And I mean, he's just a creepy guy following us.
I mean, he says he was going to work, and I want to point out that my husband and I have our license to carry, and we always would carry, always, just to feel safe, or, just for any reason. It's a law in America, whatever. So he actually had his hand on his holster the whole time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he sent us message after message saying, oh, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to...
Actually, I didn't post that yet. I didn't post that yet. I'm going to put my hand out because this is where I cut it. But this is a message that he sent me basically after he confronted Victor on the road one day. So here's that message. He basically says he took all his Xanax and it wasn't enough to kill himself. Now remember, this is all alleged. And enough Xanax to kill himself, how he was going to put his beagles down because... yeah, so things like that. So I'm going to put my hand out here. Okay. But, okay, so there's that. So he's threatening to kill himself now. So now here is where I ignored that message, basically. That was his first attempt at an apology. Now, we're at our new apartment, or new house, and because we have a house now, things are going great. Until something caught up with us. And this is where in my Facebook status, if you guys are on my Facebook, I said I have things to, explain and own up to. And this is where, I don't know if this caused more of the stalking, I'm not sure. When Victor and I moved, I'm going to let him tell his account in a moment of what happened, but here's what happened up to where he was involved. We finally started riding with our neighbor. She and her boyfriend is a completely different story, man. These are the two main people that have been in my life, but the girl, she's harmless. She's nobody. But we were riding with her boyfriend up to the methadone clinic. I know, we sound like such fucking like horrible people. No, you guys know I'm honest with you guys though, so I'm gonna be honest. So, we were getting rides up there for that time. And one morning, we came outside and Victor, we were getting ready to get in the car, a constable at like 6:30 in the morning, unfortunately, did stop my husband, took him in. He had a traffic fine. It's all public record. Like, if you know me, you'll know his name's Victor. Like, go look it up. It's a traffic fine. He has nothing else on his record. He got arrested for not paying that. So he went to jail. and he was in jail for 2 days because I'm fucking broke. I'm not making any money at this point.
I had just gotten paid at that point, but I was coming out of my house at like 6 a.m. and I almost made a huge mistake. This guy, all in black, just approaches me, and I mean it's 6 a.m. He's walking up our stairs, and I'm just like, excuse me, do you have a problem? And I mean this guy, black hat, black everything, just walking up real
We
slowly.
thought it was John. We
and
did.
yeah, I'm getting ready to, like do something, because this guy's just giving me, the creeps, and all of a sudden he looks up at me and he's just like, Victor, and I'm like, who are you? And he just grabs my hand. He's like, you're under arrest. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, unpaid fines. I'm like, you're arresting me for traffic fines? And
the life of a recovering
yeah, I'm just like, what is going on here? I mean, poverty's a crime these days. Pay your traffic
No,
fines.
but we did not pay. He did not pay it, and that is unfortunately the consequence. So he went to jail.
But they take me to jail, and I just gotten paid, and when they process you, they take your wallet and everything.
Yeah, you cannot. If you could have $1 million on you, you cannot pay it if it was on you at the time of arrest, and he had plastic. So
they put it all in a safe, and they're like, "We'll mail this back to you. It'll get to your house in like 4 to 5 days." So there was no way to access the money from my direct deposit account, and I was trapped.
So okay, so he's arrested, and I'm sorry I said a name I wasn't supposed to, and then I had to cut it out. But so he's arrested, I'm stuck, I have nothing, you know what I mean? So I went and I sold my guns. I posted on Facebook. I was like, anybody who can help me, please help me. Like, I'm desperate for help, we just moved here, bro, blah blah blah, pity me. Okay. So and then I get a message, and can you imagine who it is from? And it's from John, and he's like, look, I can help you, please call me, we need to talk. And I'm desperate at this point. I am. So I called, and he said, look, how much do you need? So I'd already had half of the money, half of the amount. He said, I can help you. He did not, he didn't, he's like, this is like basically for you, for the fact that of what's happened in the past. I want to say I'm sorry. And what's interesting is he told me to call him over the phone, so I don't have any messages to prove that. He knew what he was doing. We go the next day, went and got whatever. We drove out to the jail and bailed him out. And since Victor his stuff wasn't mailed because he got out way before. He only got out 2 days later before they mailed his stuff. So he got his card back. John paid half, I paid half right there. And so, yeah, we even told John, we're like, whenever he got out, we're like, we will pay you back right now. Let's go to the bank. And then what did we do?
Straight to the bank and took the money out and gave it right back to him.
And then we go home, and I guess, I don't know what was going on. John, like, wanted to stick around or something. We're like, okay, he's home. Like, you helped me. Thank you. Because I was weird. I mean, he did just help us.
Yeah, I just got out of jail. And it's like, we weren't trying to be rude. We were just like, thank you, but we really got to
We need
take
some
care
time
of some
together.
things
Like,
now.
we want to spend time together. Like, he was in jail for 2 days. I miss him.
I'm
Like,
feeling terrible.
Like, it was bad. You know what I mean? And then that's, like, while I was at the jailhouse, we were waiting for him to get out, so I posted a photo, and, like, I know how this fucking looks and sounds. Like, trust me, I really do understand. Like, after I posted this, it looks fucking sleazy, it looks wrong. It's not. On my father, on my 2 babies' lives, I swear to you, it is not what it looks like. So here's the screenshot of what I posted. And it says, if you guys can see, it says, like, the things I've done and sold today for whatever is crazy, ride or die, whatever. Who the fuck posted that? Like, that was so stupid. And then that photo, I guess, was screenshotted, and John was angry because we just kind of sent him away whenever we got back, and he went home, and right after that, he posted that screenshot you just saw, and this. Yeah, so this girl just scammed me for $1,100. And the comments were unreal. He then proceeded to post my phone number. which is completely illegal, completely fucking illegal, and then my photo. And just talked a billion trash. It makes no sense on me. And this is around the same time the animal abuse allegations started coming in. Now, I'm not going to explain all that. I'll give you a summary, but if you guys want to hear all about that, there's a video. It's quoted. I'll post it in the link below. It's called Why I've Been Gone. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, all of this, just, this is where everything comes crashing down. There were, like, people, oh my god, man, like, this was John's revenge, just, I guess, from nothing, from me hanging out with his whatever she was. And
well, within the week, right after I got out of jail, I was at home.
no
Yeah,
fucking shit.
yeah, and he knew I was working.
He
at
thought
a,
he was
at a
working.
place,
He was back
so
working.
he thought I was at work, but it turned out
I don't know,
I was off
forgot
that day. I can't remember what I was off for.
Busted in our house.
But
Walked
yeah, I was
right
sitting
in
there
my
cooking
fucking
some
home.
breakfast,
On, like,
and I hear the
everything.
door open, and all of a sudden
He's
I
in
see
the kitchen,
her
and
eyes
I'm in the
light
living
up
room.
like in terror, and he's just walking
He
in the
walks
house like,
right-
"What the fuck's going on?"
Like, I was like, what are you talking
He came
about?
around the corner in the kitchen, and he saw I was home, and he just
Turned-
starts backing away
He just
and like
turned
leaves.
right around and fucking walked out because he knows that.
Imagine
Jesus,
if I wasn't home. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
all right, so if you go in my house, there's the front porch, there's the inside porch, and then there's the living room. Right when you walk in, you go straight, there's the kitchen. All right, it's summertime, so the door, well, it's August. The doors are open, or whenever it was. When was this?
it was still a little bit cold out whenever I got
Well,
outside.
the doors
so
were open. Like, the
yeah.
front porch was open.
Yeah, but
He
now
comes
it's all
flying
bolted
in the
shut.
house. I'm fucking sitting there on the couch. He walks right in my own home. I don't know how I forgot this story. Thank you. Like, right in my own home, and I'm just like, no, no, no. I'm like, Victor, Victor, Victor. I, like, get up, and I just, like, slowly, I'm like, hold on. And I walk in, and then Victor came out, and he just started backing up, man. He walked right out that door. He didn't say a word. Like, that is fucking petrifying. That is so scary. So, I don't even know where I was. Oh, the animal abuse. So then, you guys, if you want to see that, don't worry, it was all proven untrue or whatever. Why I've Been Gone in the link below. Watch that. That is so old. And I talk about John in there too. So yeah, that was where all of this started happening, was in January. And from there, it just started getting worse and worse and worse. And here we are. So things calmed down for a few months. And because of what I'm going to be talking about in January, things are starting to get very, very, so much better in our lives. Like, and John knows that our lives are in 100% order right now. Like, right now as we speak, you can't do anything anymore, man. Like, this is it. This is it for us, and we're doing so good. And no, we're not talking about some junky shit. No, we're not talking about some fines. No, we're not talking about, this is something even more serious, and I can't wait to speak to you guys about it. I know that you guys will be proud of me. I know that you guys will understand. I've spoken about this on my Facebook. The link's on there. I think you have to scroll down pretty far, but it basically has to do with Christmas and why this Christmas was so important, as you guys know. So, one day, I guess, like, we were coming out, and we didn't even think anything of it. Like, I walk out in our new home, like, we're all settled in. I'm friends with Mead. You guys know that. He's the neighbor across the street. Excuse me. Like, we're all friends. Everything's great. I grew up with their family, things like that. Mead and I will smoke cigarettes. Like, he'll come over, well, I don't smoke anymore, I vape, but he would come over and smoke cigarettes, and I'll sit there now with my vape, and we'll sit outside, talk. But I was smoking back then, because this is when it started, and this is where it ends. Like, in the morning time, when we would get up to leave and go up to the place to get our methadone, like, there were bottles outside our house. And here's a picture of the bottles. Snapple bottles, as you can see. They're in bags because they're evidence, and the judge already saw them, whatever. But, so, there's bottles just surrounding, and they're not on our side yet. Like, well, they were, but they're on our neighbors, in our neighbor's yard, so we had no idea. We didn't think anything of it. Like, Me's like, there's bottles all over my fucking, like, yard, everything like that. It was bad.
Broken on our sidewalk.
Yeah, like,
And
well, that was in it. No, it wasn't at first. That
Yeah,
was
not at
after.
first.
Like, not at first. Like, this was just every once in a while. Like, every couple days we'd see, like, a Snapple bottle. We'd see, like, a Sheetz cup full of cigarettes, Camel Lights. And, we were just like, whatever. We live in a low-income area. It's fucking shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, garbage. So, then finally, like, then glass started showing up. Like, we started seeing, yeah, like glass on our sidewalk, like shit just started showing up everywhere. So finally, one day I go over, as you know, I'm gonna, well, not now because I have the Wi-Fi over here. I would use Mead's Wi-Fi, so I go over to his house to upload. And I see John's car driving up and down our road all the fucking time, huh?
Oh. And ours is a back road. I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
a way
need
to get
take
somewhere,
it.
but there's no need to go anywhere on this road. Like, there's no need. No fucking need at all.
That's when he started describing our house, too. Like, when he posts, like, oh, I'm gonna... And it's all... Oh, I'm gonna do some damage to the girl who has this outside her house. Or I'm gonna
already
hurt the
posted that in the
woman that
beginning.
has that lamp in her window. It's just...
Mm-hmm.
And the cops can't ever do anything about it because, I mean, it's just
They
like...
don't. All right, the legal
indirect.
thing is this is indirect. Like, right now, I'm speaking of John. This could be any John. There's no proof of that. Like, you know what I mean? This is why this falls under Section 107 and things like that, like alleged. This is all alleged. This might not have ever happened, so whatever. And so then we're like, okay, if this is really him, we're going to get him fucking arrested. So fast forward, the bottles keep showing up every day. And finally, you guys know that I upload across the street. So I'm across the street at Mead's house uploading one day. And this is where we just went to court about. We just went to court over this incident. This is how bad this has gotten. This is around the same time. This is the screenshot that I posted in the beginning. I'll post it again right now. I'm going to murder you so badly that you're going... Sorry, my phone's a piece of shit. So anyway, murder you so badly you're going to die. So, anyway, I'm across the street uploading. I don't know where I cut off at, whatever, just gonna start the story. So, I'm across the street uploading one day, and these bottles are getting thrown, whatever, and we finally catch him. On the way up, I don't think that John's seen that we were across the street.
It's kind of like a hill that goes down.
And he drives up the road, because I'm sitting there uploading, Mead and I are sitting there smoking, and he comes driving up the road. Now, the dumbass is looking this way, like the opposite way from where we are, and just slows down and smacks a Snapple bottle off the car, and here is the dent. Yeah, so you can see the liquid, you can see everything, and he just keeps driving. Fuck it. I mean, I didn't have security cameras out there at this point, so we don't have it on video, whatever. I start freaking out. I'm like, nah. I grab my phone. I'm like dialing 911. Mead's like getting his phone out because he's going to record him coming back down. So Mead goes up because he turns around. John turns around at a pull around up here, like where we live, and he'll come down. I'm like freaking out. Mead comes running down, like, or up the stairs with his phone, and he didn't hit record in time, I guess, but we got him. Like, I will post a video here in a minute, like, and he comes driving down, and Mead goes running out into traffic pretty, well, not like that dramatic, but he goes out and he goes, I got you now, you cocksucker, whatever, and John just, neighbors are calling the cops at this point. Fucking Victor comes running out the house. I go running up to John's car, and here's the video of me, like, here's the video of, like, me going up to his car with the phone. I'm like, stop harassing us. Like, hold on.
Yeah,
Get it on video right now. Get him on video harassing us. I know, I get really dramatic sometimes. So, John's like, like, I think I'm the crazy one. So,
Yeah, he's got that, like, eye looking that way. And then...
That's a disability. That's mean. So, anyway, okay, so he, from there, like, oh my god, like, okay, so he pulls over, and we're like, get out, let's like, you know what I mean? I admitted this to the cop. I'm like, I confronted him. Like, I freaked out. I was like, what would you do? And the cop was like, I understand. I have a few friends in, you know, the area who are higher up there, if that makes sense. So I'm very truthful. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh no, I was a perfect angel. I just sat there and made my phone call to the police. No, like, I went fucking crazy.
I mean, the police can't do too much. We've dealt with so much, and
well, they are now, but like, it took so fucking long.
I mean, it's like to the point where you're like, we
Like
don't want it to be too late by the time you guys actually do something. I mean,
threatening to murder me.
Yeah.
Threatening my kids, man.
And it's so blatant. It's like, I'm going to kill Shmaruna Shmashmori, and they're like, oh, we can't do anything about that. We don't know who he's talking about.
This is why I'm making this video, number one. So if I get murdered in the next week, you know, no. But so he pulls over. We're like, get out. Like, Victor's coming, Mead's coming. And then Victor realized, he's like, you need to stop. Let's go back right now and wait for the police. So as we walk, because why start a fight and make it our problem? Why, you know, make it an issue with us? We go up the road back where it happened and waited for the cops. And I guess we're just standing there. We didn't even notice. And lo and behold, he leaves the fucking scene. He just drove away. I wonder why he drove away. Because there were Snapple bottles filling up the back seat of his car, but that's okay because he was pulled over and cops got him. Cops stopped him right there and pulled him over. I think I'm not sure exactly what happened. He got charged with criminal mischief. I know that, disorderly conduct, and I think a traffic light was out. I'm not sure. I mean, that's what I heard, but I know for sure criminal mischief or disorderly conduct.
There was definitely a lack of creativity on his part because they asked him why this whole thing happened, and apparently we threw bottles at his car. Which doesn't even make any sense. It's like they're like, oh well, we heard you were throwing bottles at them. No, they were throwing bottles at us. Yeah, we just smack our own cars with bottles and leave dents in them. And then we blame it on people. Like, that's just ridiculous. I mean, come on.
So that was the most recent situation. Now after that is when more of the posts started coming. I got, you know, I have a lot of subscribers on here. I mean, 100% of you are my family. You're amazing. You love me. I love you. We are so connected. Like, it's ridiculous. But with that much love comes hate. And there are some people on here that hate me. So John got on here. Now, I am going to point this out. This is around the time, that John was stalking me a while ago. I forgot to post this in here. I'm like burping, ew, I'm sorry. So he posted that he's like, why don't you make a video that you slit your throat and let the blood gurgle out? Here's that screenshot. Yeah, and I know that it's just the first name John, and it could not be him. I mean, this whole thing cannot be him, it's alleged. But, that's fucking scary. That is petrifying. Like, I understand bullying to an extent. Like, I understand how people call people names and anger gets the best of people, but fucking threatening things like that and thinking things like that is just not okay. Okay? You seen the screenshots of him with his photo, his Facebook photo, of him saying, like, I'm so sorry, you know, I took a bunch of Xanax. This man is unstable, and this is the future. So I guess yesterday or the night before, he got pulled over by a cop, okay? Now, the cop did him wrong, and I do admit that, like, I mean, I don't think pulling him over was wrong, because he had a taillight out, apparently. This was all what's on his Facebook, whatever. And I want you to listen to the end of this video. You can watch the full video. I have it, just in case John deletes it off his Facebook. I have the video, like, at full. If you guys need to see it, I'll send it to you. We'll see what the comments are on this one. This is the first part of my stalker story, and then I guess the next ones I can get very detailed into all these stories if you'd like, with more evidence, because there's so fucking much evidence that it's stupid. It's like, basically like, here, let me put my own life out there for threatening to kill somebody constantly and, like, act like I didn't do it then. So anyway, I want you to listen to John's breathing at the end of this video. There's a difference between being worked up and there's a difference between fucking crazy. So here's this.
Not a stop and identify state. You're gonna have to check with your boss
Hold
about
on.
that. You can't just stop somebody and ask to see their ID.
I will check.
Okay? And I will talk to your boss about that, by the way, officer, okay? Because you violated my civil rights.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Pennsylvania is not a stop and
Listen to
identify state. You
him.
have no
Treat
right to
this
stop
officer
me.
like this.
Unless I...
Somebody else.
No, you can't. I didn't commit a crime. Okay, you're not stopping me for suspicion of a crime, so have a good day.
Listen to his breathing. That is petrifying. So, this is my stalker, guys. This is the man who threatens me constantly, who drives up and down my road, the man who has bottles outside my house all the time, you know, throwing them, the man who has threatened my kids, the man who has made CYS calls against my family, the man who has just destroyed my fucking life, pretty much. So, legal-wise, this has been being taken care of for months now. I just wanted... I don't know, I mean, to expose him, to out him, maybe, to... No, I can't say that, because so many of you have been asking if I was alright, like, after Christmas. You guys know I was having trouble. Oh, and my vlog, my Christmas vlog, somebody fucking left a bag of guns outside my door. Fake plastic toy guns. Really? Like, I posted that on my vlog. You guys remember that if you've watched it? Watch the beginning of my Christmas Eve vlog. Watch the beginning of that, okay? And come back and tell me that this isn't a form of stalking. It's stalking, and because he hasn't used my name, certain legal actions can't be taken. A PFA can be filed on anybody, but that doesn't mean he won't come in a million feet. I do want to show you guys something. I don't have permission to post this, and I'm not going to right now, so I'll wait till part 2. I'm actually going to talk to the person. Just look up his name on Facebook and see who's posted about him. The beginning, you seen that post by that Paul guy saying, does anybody know where Kendra is? That's when she was being abused. And then you seen the screenshots I posted of her saying, you know, the nurse has seen my bruises and files are being charged. She's been beaten. She's been hurt, allegedly. She's been hurt. She's been...
Allegedly locked in a basement.
It's fucked, and I'm the one being stalked by this man now. And that's my stalker story today, you guys. A continuous story that doesn't seem to end, so...
And it was all hypothetical for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, so one day if I get fucking murdered, use this story to show everybody that stalking is a very serious fucking thing, should be taken 120% seriously. So many people around here know about him. You speak to any police officer in this area, they know him. He is very... fucking known, and I'm sorry for the language. I get so worked up over this, you guys. He knows he can get to me, whatever. It's for about 15 minutes once I hear from him, but it's once other people start asking about it that, like, I feel like I need to tell this story, and this video is going to help me be able to just explain it in one video. You've seen the screenshots, you've seen the proof, the alleged proof. Now, regarding, I do want to point out real quick, my kids are safe. I know that a lot of you have posted, for example, your kids, you know, they are completely safe right now. I'll explain that in another video someday, you know this. Just legal reasons, my kids are safe, and we have license to carry, we're doing good, you know, we have our own means of safety, we have security cameras, we have everything, and, you know, it's petrifying. So... thank you guys so much for watching this first video. I have so much fucking more evidence to show you guys. If you want a part 2 of this, feel free. Constructive criticism is always welcome at the bottom in your comments. Also, what was I going to say? Just be very careful before, because I know he's probably going to watch this. I know that he's probably going to try to report it or some shit. Just remember, you've re-uploaded my videos before, John, and they were taken down within 48 hours. YouTube doesn't mess around with this shit. So.
Anybody has any advice, or if anybody would like some advice from the experiences we've already accrued?
Now remember, I've said his first name in this video. I never once mentioned his last name. His first and last name is in the beginning of this video in a public news article. Falls under Section 107 of the Fair Use Act.
The rest of it we've stated is hypothetical.
Good night, you guys.